Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. Here are your hosts, Scott Bear and Jeremiah Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Scott.
And I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Santa Claus.
Oh, it is that time of year, isn't it, Santa?
Oh, it's also the Mongolian Jesus here.
Okay, we got
Mongolian Jesus says Merry Christmas.
So we're going to go ahead and try to we're workshopping a few terrible characters this year.
I'm also average height Tim. I'm a great-great-grandson of Tiny Tim. We all know the story of Tiny Tim from the Scrooge days, where he helped old Scrooge do his Scroogies. Well, you go a couple generations down, and on mid-management level, I work at a Sears Roebuck that's about to close. I really could use employment in the new year if anyone knows about anything. Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, and I'm queuing on Kevin. I just showed up because I wanted to talk about Christmas a little bit, actually.
I hear Christmas is the 17th letter of the alphabet. No, that's Q.
Christmas is actually the 17th holiday of the year.
Oh, shit. You know what? If you exclude just the right holidays based on your prejudices,
yeah,
it might actually be.
Oh, yeah, there are exactly 17 queeristian, which is starts... We've
Did you just say Christian?
No, it's Christian spelled with a Q, a U.
I think he said queer Christian.
By the way, I'm sorry if I sound a lot like
that makes
Jeremiah.
My balls tingle.
I sound a lot like Jeremiah because I am actually Jeremiah's cousin. Cousin Kevin, cousin Q Kevin. QAnon Kevin. Cousin
spelled,
QAnon
Kevin spelled with a Q.
It is Kevin spelled with a Q.
Queven.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and retire this character now. See you later.
I do not think you put much heart into that one. I agree. I agree completely. Well, we have an ensemble cast for this holiday episode. This is Christmas time. Get lost. Roll credits.
Oh.
Roll credits.
we literally don't have credits.
No. That's the whole show. We literally end it. We just play some other shit.
After all the work we just put into the show, we just play some other company.
We played Danny DeVito's Deck the Halls, the movie. Well, I watched half of that the other day. My God.
I almost watched that the other day. Matthew Broderick as well?
Yeah, don't watch it. Don't watch it.
No, I definitely have seen it before, but I was like, oh, I love Danny DeVito. I love Danny DeVito from It's Always Sunny.
Yes.
I love Danny DeVito from Twins. I love Danny DeVito from Romance and the Stone.
I like Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick from everything, but...
I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's rated PG. I don't want to watch this bullshit. That was a cash grab, like a Christmas cash grab.
Hey, since we're not jumping quite into the show, we're talking about Christmas stuff, I want to share something too. If anyone out there is watching The Solar Opposites, made by Justin Roiland, do so. It's better than Rick and Morty by far.
Wow.
And the Christmas episode that just came out,
we are going
special,
to get fucking murdered for that.
I don't fucking care. It's better. The Christmas special that just came out is great.
I really hope that it got better after the first few episodes. I give it 4 episodes, and I was like, this seems like
it got way better.
This seems like the stuff that Justin Roiland wiped his ass with and left on the Rick and Morty floor and said, "Oh, we don't want these jokes." And he's like, "Why don't we make a whole show with the jokes that weren't good enough for Rick and Morty?"
Did you get to the people in the walls?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
All right, the people in the walls is where the real story is. That's where the Oscar's coming from.
Okay.
People in the Walls is a plot line that follows all the seasons through, except
it'll be surprising if they get an Oscar for being a TV show, but yeah.
It got renewed for 2 more seasons anyway.
Okay.
So it's going to be 4 seasons and a special. Okay. But the special is so good because the whole special is about the movie Jingle All the Way. And they go.
I used to have a Jingle All the Way T-shirt. I wish I still had that.
My wife and I watched the movie because of the Solar Opposites episode.
I wanted to rewatch Jingle All the Way recently.
It's so worth watching. It's so bad.
It's so horrible.
It's so bad. It's good.
It's one of those how did this get made? They may even have had a how did this get made.
I listened to it the moment I finished watching it. It's only a half hour long, that episode.
Oh,
so it's a very short. How did this get made?
Was it one of the ones they did live or one of the ones in the studio? Maybe
studio.
Okay, that's why I didn't hear it because I used to listen to just the live ones, but the studio ones are great too.
Solar Opposites did great. They wanted to learn about Christmas, so they went into the movie Jingle All the Way, and they didn't like the movie because it's not good. So they left, and then they realized they destroyed Christmas because they left it. And the line that gets me, I'm gonna live with this line for the rest of my life. We didn't jingle all the way.
Yes. You can't just jingle.
We only jingled part of the way.
Yes.
That's the problem. And they have to go back and fix it.
You got to jingle all the way. If I recall, the premise of Jingle All the Way, this is me seeing it in the late 90s, early 2000s, with Arnold Schwarzenegger just trying to have to
get a Turbo Man
toy for his kid.
Turbo Man.
Yeah. And of course, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
But he can't say turbo with his accent, so he keeps saying
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man.
They had like a wall of
Turbo Man.
They had a wall of Turbo Man figures. They just didn't know what he was saying. They're like, we don't have Turbo Man. Y'all sold out of Turbo Man? I guess I go fight people now.
Also, at the end of the movie, he dresses like Turbo Man to give away a Turbo Man and gives it to his son, of course, which is totally not fair to all the other kids.
Yes.
But he's dressed as Turbo Man, and he says, Jamie!
Yeah.
Like, to the one kid, and the kid's like, that's me! Turbo Man knows my name. No, how many Austrian men live in your town?
Yeah.
You live in, like, this small New England town of 500 people, and a giant Austrian man who knows your name.
Austrian, roided out man who sounds exactly like your fucking dad.
Jamie, here's your toy.
Yeah.
And then he has that. And then he has to run to the bad guys. And of course, the costume he's wearing, his Turbo Man, is fully functional.
Okay.
It has rockets, a working jetpack. It has a boomerang that he can throw and hit like 9 bad guys.
He's Arnold
Schwarzenegger.
He's got to know somebody like in the special effects business. Like, can you make me a Turbo Man? Turbo Man? Sure. And he shows up with this big old tuba. Like, no, Turbo Man.
Also, Sinbad in it is quite good, although criminal. And by the end of the movie, he should be in jail or on death row. He chokes a woman. He blows up some cops. He beats another woman. He hits a kid.
Sinbad from Shazam.
Yeah.
He wasn't in that. That was
Sinbad. No, Sinbad. The comedian.
No. Remember, like I was trying to like go back to probably episode 7, where
Berenstein Rift.
Where we had the Berenstein.
That was the
Rift,
name of that episode,
and where people thought that because Shaq played in Kazam, right? Was that?
Joe Pesci, according to How Did This Get Made, was almost in the Sinbad role, except he was too short.
Oh, that's people fucking ripping on the short people again.
Yeah, too short. They said he looked weird next to Arnold, which I don't think they ever saw the movie Twins.
And we're not talking like
that was
hip-hop.
the plot of Twins.
We're not talking like hip hop
like,
too short. We're talking too short.
I don't know his song, so I just said too short. I feel like that's what his crew says to him when he walks in the room.
Yeah, he wasn't. I'm thinking wrong, but because I'm always thinking of like I wish it was a little bit taller, but that wasn't him.
No, that was Skee-Lo.
That was Skee-Lo. Sounds like it should have been him because he's talking about being too short, but that was actually Skee-Lo.
One of my most embarrassing moments in my entire life revolves around Skee-Lo. I was going under
knowing who he is.
I was going under anesthesia to get my appendix out, and they asked me what music I wanted to hear, and I said hip hop, and they said something from the 90s, said no 80s, and they were like, what? They actually acted confused, and then the medicine was kicking in, and I tried explaining a little bit taller, a little bit and I just like faded out, and I didn't even get the name Skee-Lo out before I faded because the drugs were hitting that hard, that fast.
Wish I was a little bit taller. Yeah.
I wasn't going under the knife.
Well, we've got Too Short, The Ghetto, Life is Too Short with a $, of course. That's also how you spell his name. And Blow the Whistle.
All of them get presents on Christmas because they're all good boys. You'd be surprised how many rappers are actually bad boys.
I would assume that would not surprise me at all, considering that's I would actually be surprised if you're like, it turns out Too Short's a pretty good guy. Because, I mean, the whole thing about being a rapper is like, yeah, I'm bad, I shoot people.
Who's the one who peed on the little girl?
Too Short.
No,
Too Short did as well. Most rappers have peed on little girls. It actually wasn't a rapper. It was R&B star R. Kelly, I think you're talking about.
Oh, yes, R. Kelly's a very good boy. You know he didn't pee on that girl, right?
Well, I mean, there's a video of him doing it. Yeah.
He had asked for Christmas the year before a camel pack. He had filled it with lemonade, and he liked it.
But he didn't know how to wear a camel pack.
He
didn't know where to...
He was on a lot of Molly, and he was hydrating.
But he's still a good boy on a lot of Molly and pouring a nude 13-year-old...
With lemonade!
With lemonade in the face. Not having her drink it.
She was a good girl, too.
Well... we were talking about getting canceled for something. So, anyway, what is this show about?
Well, we take news stories from around the internet, yes, and we report on these news stories. Usually we try to find funny and obscure ones, and once in a while we have guest stars on to talk with us or to be interviewed, depending on how friendly or how new they are to us in our circles. And when we take these news stories and or interviews, we twist them into fun new content. So what we have here is a bunch of news stories taken the internet that we're going to teach you a little bit about now. Normally we do a bit of bullet points before we get into the actual meat and potatoes of the show, because bullet points are weird-ass news stories that just don't have the content that we think we can pull something out of. The title alone usually tells the tale. We're going to drop the bullet points this week. It's Christmas.
We got enough.
Well, it's Christmas. We got enough stories. We're doing good. We got some guest stars. We got QAnon Jer's brother. What was his name again?
QAnon Kevin.
QAnon Kevin. We got him on air. We got Mongolian Jesus. We got Average Height Tim. And we got Anti-Vax Santa. Wait, Santa, you wrote your own thing. Anti-Vax Santa? Don't get me started. The only thing I'm jabbing this Christmas Eve is Mrs. Claus.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good joke. I actually appreciate that.
Except not this year. She's shedding the virus. She got vaccinated.
Oh, no, she got the Fauci ouchie?
She got a booster shot, and now she's shedding antiviral particles
hold on.
all over the place.
I can't believe you. This is how QAnon Kevin talks now. I cannot believe that you let her get vaccinated as Santa Claus.
I can't control her 365 days of the year.
You are literally home 364 of those days.
I'm gone one day, and she gets all 3 shots.
Shit, so she was one of the first ones. She got vaccinated on December 25th of 2020?
Yes.
Wow, she got one of the first. She's probably, how did she got boosted? Because you were not, you had to have been around with a booster shot. She
got boosted from Boosty the reindeer.
Oh no, you have a pro-vax reindeer.
Rudolph and Donner and Vaxxer and Booster.
Oh shit, you switched up your reindeer. They do die after a point, do they?
A lot of my reindeer got COVID and died.
Oh, okay, yeah, the ones that were not vaccinated.
Well, I had to replace them with Vaxxer and Booster. They're both COVID safe.
Oh yeah, but so just to be clear, because I don't believe this, the deep state has murdered. The deep state has murdered. That is the sound of a reindeer, folks.
Oh, we just lost Donner. I think we just lost Donner.
Oh shit, that is Donner. It sounded like a horse and then a little bit of an elephant, but I guess it's improv at its finest.
Now, can we honestly say we know what a reindeer sounds like?
All right.
Do we honestly know what a reindeer sounds like?
I've met reindeer.
I've eaten a reindeer more than once back in the manger. Oh, Mongolian Jesus had a different manger than your American stories. We had goat, camel, reindeer.
All right.
I eat all 3 as a baby.
All right. Sounds good, yeah.
Ringer's on my phone. Let me go see my text. I'll be back.
Oh, wow.
He said that. That was a nice callback to Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, because Jingle All the Way, he probably says, I'll be back in that. He kind of leaned on that one pretty heavily for a while.
Yeah, let's just hope Mongolian Jesus really needs to, talk to someone. He needs to take a break.
Yeah, I think so. So we are going to, first of all, I will note that you brought something to the table we're not going to cover, but I just do want to have people look up the CPSC, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the NEISS lists of where you can see people's in various injuries, essentially from various consumer products and whatnot. And you can actually look up by various categories like anal injuries, vaginal injuries, things like that.
Yeah, by age, by sex.
Yep. And so I would say, we're at some point we are going to cover this because I think this requires, but it's not necessarily seasonal. It is year end, so maybe our New Year's show we dive into this a little deeper.
By New Year's they'll have the 2021 stats in there because we're still working a year off on the knowledge.
So yeah, and by the way, the stats, I noticed the 2020 stats even had stuff technically reports from 2016, 2019.
Well, I did 5-year ranges.
Oh, okay.
to get more results.
Yeah, because one of the things I noticed on this, and just because we're not going to actually cover this, but I did like the fact that apparently in 2019 they added a was alcohol involved category because all of them were NA before 2019. I'm like, oh, at some point they're like, yeah, enough people we should probably denote that this was not the consumer products issue. This was definitely user-based and maybe alcohol-based.
The people ass injury, shampoo bottle launched up ass cannot be removed by themselves. How did it happen? It says below. Slipped in shower, landed on shampoo bottle with anus. Next to it, alcohol involved. Yes.
Yeah. It's just obviously.
So you're trying to shove a shampoo bottle drunk up your ass in the shower, slipped, and it went all all the way up.
Yes.
You didn't fall
or
on
you just
it.
you just did a really good job of it, and then you were like, oh shit, I wish I could shit. But and actually, we might not get to the story, but this has already made its rounds anyways. They're speaking of rounds, that mortar round. We had a
share is funny.
Bob Squad called on man's anus is one of our stories that we may not get to, but take a look at it if we don't get to it, because that definitely sounds similar in that situation. Only the person, I don't think, was drunk, but they were like, they supposedly tripped and fell on a mortar shell that ended up their asshole. Which, by the way, if you trip and fall on something, it's one thing. Something as large as this mortar shell needed to be firmly implanted in there with a lot of force. So that is, you don't fall that hard.
Ever so firmly. I'm ever tight Tim, and I speak differently now because
you forgot
I forgot how I spoke earlier. So now I speak like this.
Improv at its finest.
Improv at its finest. Ever tight Tim, I have once had the bottle up my ass. It was bigger than Tiny Tim. I think I'm gonna leave now because 5 minutes from now I'm gonna forget this voice too.
Oh well, average height Tim.
I will remember that one.
It was pretty easy to remember your first voice. Weirdly easy to forget your second voice. But we've got enough guest stars, so see yourself out, Tim.
How tall is average height? Is average size?
5'8". He still
5'8".
thinks that's tall. Well, he still thinks that's average by today's standards.
Yeah, that's actually taller than average. But yeah, that's average. That's for American. That's average. Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, Tiny Tim back in the day was probably average height too. He was probably average height Tim back then because people got taller generation.
Yeah. Where now I think like the average, like that's the thing.
6 foot is probably average now, right?
Everybody's like no, but like everybody.
6'2"?
No, it's
6'4".
It's sub 6.
6'5".
Sub 6 is
sub 6'5".
For American average,
sub 6'7".
American average, I think it's like 5'10" or something like that. But like national,
so
the problem is international average. Everybody's like, yeah, 5'7" is like the international average. I'm like, yeah. Because there's a bunch of
China.
Exactly, and that's so much of the population. That's
1/7
of the population,
as far as the eye can see.
So, like, Asians are like half of the population, and they just historically shorter. And people like Africans are historically taller and are a smaller portion.
The Asians are godless. I don't have to deliver a single gift to all 1 billion of them.
Actually, there's a lot of Christian Asians now.
Yeah, I don't argue with Santa and
actually,
Santa,
and I would say technically because there's actually like the Middle East and all that kind of stuff is
Western Asia.
There's some African and some Asia depending on what Middle East.
Western Asia.
Oh, depending, yeah, because that's the thing is like we forget that Asia's not just China and Japan.
That's Russia too. Do they celebrate Christmas?
Yeah,
I can tell you right now
they have a lot of reindeer.
They give everyone ransomware. You get a ransomware, and you get a ransomware. Do not worry.
I wasn't worrying, Santa. But we have stories.
Yeah, we're going to go into snowflake
dropping.
Just snowflakes.
Just snowflakes. That's the name of our stories.
How about snowballs?
Works for me. Roll the clip.
It's still going to be web dropping.
Roll the clip.
It's still going to be web dropping.
Web dropping.
All right, whatever that was.
All right, first story. Monkey belonging to Texas special teams coach, stripper girlfriend, bites a child on Halloween. Yes. Sorry, I read that kind of stilted because I feel like there needs to be slightly more punctuation to that headline.
So the monkey belonged to the stripper girlfriend, who is the girlfriend of the Texas special teams coach.
Yes.
And by the way, the monkey bit the child on Halloween, not the girlfriend.
Yeah, that's a very badly written title.
Headlines are always poorly written because there's no punctuation in them ever. So,
yeah. Okay, I'm just going to read from this because I think I can't say it better, honestly. This is written actually pretty well overall. There are stories made for the internet, and then there's a story of a pet monkey belonging to a stripper who goes by the name Pole Assassin.
By the way, can I just say, fucking best stripper name, goddamn ever.
Pole Assassin is great.
First of all, it has ass in there. It's great, but like actually it has ass in there twice. In there. Ass in. Pole, ass in. Pole, ass in.
Yep. Yeah, her monkey bit a kid on Halloween. We'll go down a little bit.
By the way,
story
by biting, like, and this is going to come out. I'm just like, instead of burying the lead, latched onto the kid, and its jaws had to be pried off. Not a little rough little bite. By the way, I forgot to turn my heat off, so you might hear that popping on. Usually much more professional than this, but fuck it, we've been a few weeks away. So,
according to a Texas football photographer, Jeff Banks' girlfriend, the Pole Assassin, has this pet monkey, Gaia, who performs pole dancing routines with her. I love that. I need to see this. I'm a fan of strip clubs. I will go to them when they're convenient, and I haven't been to one since COVID because I don't need to get extra dirty.
We live in a state that doesn't have them, so.
No, we really don't have any near us. We used to. Barry had that shitty one.
You used to have one pretty much across the street from you, but you moved there, I think, after even the place was closed.
Can we class up where I live a little bit? And basically across the street from you was a strip club that's now closed. For the listeners, I don't live across the street from a closed strip club.
It was too dirty for a strip club.
I need to preface. I live in a suburban neighborhood.
I just glazed past that. Like, yes, you actually live in a nice part of a very nice.
You live across the street from a shuttered strip club.
Yeah, with all the strippers who used to work there are still outside, being like, I can still service you boys.
But it's got CDC, the X, like they did with Hurricane FEMA, which tells how many dead are inside. How many?
Yeah. Oh my God. There's a pole on the roof.
Yeah. A pole at half mast for all the dead.
Pole at half mast. So
it's a telescoping pole. They just telescoped it down.
They just hacksawed it in half, and there's the other half.
They telescoped it down for all the dead strippers.
Oh man, that's too bad. Anyway, yes, you live in a much nice. Sorry,
yes.
And by the across the street.
I took slight offense. I do live in a town that I chose to live in because buying a house was cheaper in it because it's not the nicest town.
Not like across the street from a dead strip club. Cheap though. You just live in a nice part of town.
We share a drive with a crack house.
I'm across the street from a dead strip club and across the street from a live strip club.
Well, I was going to say a live crack house.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, you know where all those strippers went after they fucking lost their jobs.
So her monkey Gaia reportedly bit a kid and had to be pried off the child, like you said, during a Halloween incident.
Oh, Gia, I think, for the name.
Gaia, I wrote. I was thinking the goddess of the
yeah, but that would have been an A in it. This is Gia.
So just Gia.
Yeah.
Gia.
Yeah, Gia. Yeah.
It's her Gia pet.
Yep. GIA would be if you've ever seen one of Angelina Jolie's first movies. She played a true story of a.
Oh, I heard about that. I never saw
Gia.
it.
It was
It was a flop. It was a Razzie.
Was it? Oh, was I don't remember. I remember watching it and be like, hey, Angelina Jolie's hot.
So basically, what they had was
also one of my good friends is named Gia, and it's spelled the same.
Oh, okay.
So I assume
I don't know
Gia.
any Gias. I just thought it was Gaia.
I'm a
Captain Planet kid. So.
Well, and I just saw the movie Gaia on Hulu, which is actually pretty good. I would recommend those of you who are fans of the video game The Last of Us to watch because the movie Gaia seems like it could be a prequel to The Last of Us. Honestly,
really.
It's got they just straight up lift one of the creatures from the clickers with the fungus is literally in Gaia, and it's fucking awesome. It's a fungal eco horror. It's very cool.
Minus the fungal eco horror, the creature design was pretty much lifted for the Quiet Place as well.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
With the ear sensors.
Yes, yeah, actually. So yeah, it's Gaia. I would recommend on. I think it's on.
And also theoretically, Mark Steger's Demogorgon creature kind of lifted from both of those two.
Yeah,
all of Bulba's
you hear that, Steger?
All with pedals that pull back.
You fucking thief! Even though you were just in a costume, and also one of the best.
All three are pretty much redundant creatures. They all are the same,
but also it's crazy because that kind of creature is so unique and so cool that they are so unique in all of those iterations. I've seen all those movies /
Have you talked to Mark recently? Do you know if he's going to be in The Last of Us as one of those creatures?
I have not.
I feel like it's right up his alley.
I have not spoken to Mark. I do follow him on the. By the way, folks, we just mentioned he plays the Demogorgon. He plays a lot of other things as well. He's been on the show. You can listen back to our Mark Steger interview, especially when the first season of Stranger Things first came out. I think so.
Yep.
I have not spoken to him with him for a little while, but I have been following him on the social media. Seems like he's doing a lot of good artsy stuff. Seems like he's happy. And I know he had a weird stalker situation that seems to be cleared up.
Nice.
So thanks to law enforcement, by the sounds of it.
This story, there's not a whole lot more to it. Essentially, they had a Halloween set up, a haunted yard kind of thing, and there was an off-limits area where the monkey was chilling out, I guess just hanging out. Some kid wandered out of the main area into the area they shouldn't have. The monkey bit them. He wouldn't let go. His little teeth were really bored in there. And they had to have people really remove him. So
yes, pry the jaws off of the monkey. I didn't say that.
We need the jaws of life. The monkey-sized ones. Not the big one. The monkey-sized ones.
The tiny jaws of life.
Somebody just comes with like one of those tack removers, like the little tack pullers.
Yeah.
And you just put it on the monkey and like give him a little pinch on the arm. So he's and he opens his mouth, and that's how he lets go.
Boom, there you go.
That's what I would do. I would just pinch the monkey. He'd be like,
pinch the monkey! Pinch the monkey! Why don't you pinch the monkey? Pinch! Oh, I'm arrested. What? Wait, I was just pinching the monkey. Yeah, but the monkey, you mean a tiny young man's penis. Oh, yeah, a monkey. You know, we all call tiny man's penis as a monkey. Tiny man is a boy, sir. Okay. Anyway, that's that guy. That's that character. He's out of here now.
Disposable character show.
Yeah. Oh, pedophile Pete, just gone as quick as he came in.
He loves what average height Tim and your cousin Q Kevin.
QAnon Kevin.
Mongolian Jesus, I think, left too. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, we could.
Anti-vax Santa, though, I know I can hear him. I can hear him heavy breathing.
First of all, anti-vax Santa,
I think he has COVID.
Anti-vax
He's breathing
Santa
really hard in the kitchen. Yeah, can you hear that, listeners? In the kitchen, he's just wheezing. If you guys don't get Christmas presents for Christmas, Santa, put down the ivermectin. Put down the ivermectin.
Put it for good horses and good boys. QAnon Kevin have been just railing this shit over here. Holy fuck, is this good?
All right, we'll check in with Anti-Vax Santa later and see if he lives through the show. You know what? If he dies during this show, he'll never be back on.
Oh. My wife and you are both.
Everyone hates my Santa. I mean, my friend Santa. Friend Santa.
Everyone
hates my friend Santa.
I look forward to hating him every time he shows up. Anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So we've got...
Oh my God, he really does sound like he's dying.
What do we have for new content for this?
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. You had a speaking of monkey story, which I thought would give me more time to think.
So this is actually... Okay, no, this is actually part of the same one. So we can combine these into this. We can combine this into this. So this is actually a fucked up story where in Majalagaon, probably nailed that.
Majalagaon.
Whoa! Mongolian Jesus is still here. He corrected you.
In Maharashtra's B district, these monkeys apparently have
Jeremiah, the word is district. You were supposed to say the word.
So I got Maharashtra.
You did. You messed up on the district.
Okay, district.
Mongolian Jesus out.
I'm actually glad he's got a clear... Santa doesn't have that kind of clear
I'm glad I gave him his
timing.
own mic because he just dropped the mic and you couldn't hear it.
Well, that too. I mean, I'm glad that Santa butts in all the time, but at least he's like, I'm out. That's good. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, like he doesn't say I'm in, but he just starts talking.
No, he just jumps in.
Yeah. But anyway, so these monkeys, apparently one of their youth, the monkey youth, you know them, they...
The monkey youth in America.
Yeah. Hey, we're the monkey youth.
Monkey youth
youth around.
Monkey youth in America. Monkey youth in America.
Bananas. Yep. So yeah,
my favorite song.
So anybody the 0 people who are still listening after that should know that this is actually a pretty brutal story. So. What ended up happening in this district? The monkeys. Some dogs in the town apparently have been feuding with the monkeys, and they killed one of the infant monkeys. So over the month, the last month. I don't know if this is recently or whatever. The monkeys have killed 250 puppies. These monkeys have dragged 250 puppies to like the top of buildings and just thrown them off like fucking footballs and killed them.
Am I terrible for thinking this is hilarious?
No, you're not, because I thought it was hilarious, dude. That's the reason we're bringing it up, because because these monkeys are like, you killed one of ours, and over a month they just went fucking wreaked havoc on the dog population. So all these puppies are around, and they're just like, they would just bring them to the top of a building, just like fucking throw them. These people are walking around this village.
One dog killed one monkey.
Yes, yeah, and the monkeys banded together like, we do not forget. This is our 9/11. Monkey 9/11.
So what if you like dress up as a furry and killed a monkey? would they just go around town trying to find all the furries and throw them off buildings?
Yes.
Like, could we pick a class of people?
Yes.
No, and honestly, I don't hate furries. We are friends with a bunch of furries who listen to us.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We've been
absolutely...
Tin, who's changed your name. I know who you are now, but I won't say it on air because you like anonymity. He's a furry.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we've supported
friends with furries.
We've supported the furry community since day one. We've supported a lot of the what we would call outsider communities.
Oh yeah, we like ICP, we like all that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's fun to theorize. Like if you could switch groups,
yes.
like if you could teach the monkeys like to hate one specific type of person and throw them all off roofs. Yeah. It'd be amazing. We can solve other problems in America, like sit outside of vaccination stations and look at the people who mock them. Like, oh, look at all these sheep in line.
Just a bunch of QAnon shaman.
The monkeys grab the cues and throw them off the roof.
Yep. I'd like to pretty much... No, get out of here, QAnon Kevin. You sound different than you did last time. And then, the thing about this is... So the people in this village were concerned about this because they're like, hey, stop killing 250 puppies in a month. There's too many puppies to kill in a month. There's a right number and there's a wrong number. The wrong number is 250. And
also, a puppy killing a baby monkey is a baby killing a baby. So they're really retaliating against a thing that didn't know what it was doing.
No. The regular dog killed their infant.
Oh, it wasn't a puppy?
Yeah, no. So they killed two. They're at 250 to 1. Ratio is a little skewed.
See, Planet of the Apes, this is why they won.
Right, yeah, because they're like, yo, motherfuckers.
The part of Planet of the Apes we didn't see with Charlton Heston was them just throwing babies off a roof, and that's how they whittled down the human population. So they can't take man on 1-to-1, but they can take a fucking baby.
So our new content is the Planet of the Apes prequel, which shows the in between portion.
I mean, we already had a Planet of the Apes prequel with a new reboot.
The pre-prequel. The pre-prequel, though.
But yeah, I would want this one to be back in the Roddy McDowell age, too.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Way back when. And to be
Roddy McDowell.
Rowdy Roddy McDowell.
Dude, every time I read Roddy McDowell, I would think Rowdy Piper.
I love it.
And that's actually like a little...
No, I can see that. Like his
oh my God, I kind of
Charlton Heston shuttle takes off.
Yeah.
And we don't start it back up with him splashing down in the water and finding out he's on Planet of the Apes. We then go to the progression. We have one movie that tells what happened after his flight. Yes. When he landed. It tells that little middle story. And I know we kind of got that with Planet of the Apes 3, 4, and 5 because those were all prequels to 1 and 2.
Right, yep.
But this is more narrowed in. This is showing the actual
There's still a lot of story. There's a lot of story to tell.
We never saw the infanticide.
No, they did not want to make that. Hollywood did not want to make that. So we will make that in our independent system.
Yeah, we need sock puppet monkeys and Cabbage Patch dolls and then a tall building. And we can recreate it ourselves.
Yeah, so this is about 3 months of them doing this. And what ended up happening is...
what stops monkeys from murdering puppies at that point?
Nothing.
That's a grudge.
They actually tried to bring law enforcement into it by saying, like,
arrest that monkey.
Which is the name of our movie. Arrest that monkey. The prequel, the pre-prequel to... Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes 000. Arrest that monkey.
By the time you get to the
Don
movie,
Knotts, like an AI Don Knotts deep fake, be like,
at the end of that movie, you get a monkey that you sympathize with, though, who lives to the end, and then you get a sequel, and it's Arrest That Monkey? ? Oh, that's a sequel. It's like, Are We There Yet? Like the Ice Cube movies, they always did playful sequel titles. Are we there yet now?
Yeah.
Are we still not there yet?
Shut the fuck up and stop asking so many questions and then slaps across the face. Wait, that's the name of a movie?
Part 6 I think was, I've aged out. Why am I in the back seat?
I can drive myself, bitch. So why am I not there yet? Oh, I got a needle stuck in my arm because I'm a fucking washout. Anyway, the thing about this, so the law enforcement were like, we can't step in, we can't arrest that monkey. Again, the beginning of this movie.
This turf war has nothing to do with us.
Exactly.
This is between A and B.
It's between
Where's C for cups?
Yeah.
C?
Canine gang.
C? We're also using C more right now.
Yeah, well, what about C for canines? Fuck you, it's D for dogs, bitch. And anyway, so
I got the monkey lobby behind me strongly.
Shh, quiet, you're going to give up our fucking cover here.
Sounds like the Arsenio Hall show in here. Wait, I'm also racist.
No, shit, I'm also wrong. Fuck, the monkeys are attacking me and killing my babies now. This monkey killed 250 of my own children threw them off the roof like footballs. Shit, how did I have 250 children a month? I should probably look into condoms. And that's the condom cop, doodle-doo, the condom cop. Anyway, so we got a lot of new shitty content for this one. But I will say, They did the villagers have noted also that the monkeys did start attacking children. In fact, they attacked an 8-year-old and started dragging the 8-year-old away until they were able to pelt the monkeys with rocks and shit like that. So the monkeys are just
pelt
fucking
the monkeys
horrible.
with rocks. The monkeys are like the size of toddlers. Yes, they have the strength of a man, probably.
I don't know what kind of monkeys these are. Actually,
You can walk
I don't
over
know.
and just start beating them with like
Because these are not. Yeah, these are not gorillas.
No,
These are not chimpanzees.
These are monkeys you could probably brass knuckle.
Dude, monkey versus human, definitely like, let's just get these poor villagers who probably just need to live their lives to fight monkeys for our Western enjoyment.
Did you watch the new Marvel show on Hulu, the Monkey Assassin one?
You know I have not.
You haven't? Okay. It was animated very well.
I haven't watched any old shows.
What's his
Marvel.
name? The comedian from SNL, Jason Sudeikis.
Yes.
He's the main voice in it.
Oh yeah, Sudeikis. Yeah.
Sudeikis. It was good. It was good. Is that a monkey?
Sudeikis, Mr. Ted Lasso himself.
Ted Lasso. Thank you. This came out after Ted Lasso. He plays a hitman who gets hurt and gets rehabilitated by snow monkeys in Japan, and then they come looking for him and they kill all the snow monkeys except the one that hates him the most, and then they kill him.
I like it.
And then Jason Sudeikis comes back as a ghost who teaches the surviving monkey how to be a hitman to kill the people that killed him and his monkeys.
It's Barry meets monkeys.
It's great. It's basically a monkey going through Japan with Jason Sudeikis as a ghost telling him what to do.
I like it.
It's great. It's honestly, it's bloody, it's gory, it's fucking full of swears.
If that was the
it's
elevator pitch,
it's hard R Marvel.
If I had money, that was
Monkey
the elevator
and Jason
pitch.
Sudeikis.
That was the elevator pitch. You would have had my money right there.
It makes sense why it's animated too.
Oh, speaking of separating
Hit Monkey.
dipshits,
It's called Hit Monkey.
Thank you for that. Is actually
Hit
that's
Monkey.
a great name for a fucking show. It better be called Hit Monkey.
It's called Hit Monkey.
Because they're just like, what do we call it? I don't know. How about a placeholder? We'll call it Hit Monkey. And Hit Monkey debuts on. Oh shit, we forgot to change the placeholder. It's sort of like a Your Text Here like version.
Yes.
Placeholder shit. But anyway, speaking of separating people from their money, we're going to move on to the next story because we got all that fresh new content out of the way. Now, we've covered people who are anti-5G in the past. We covered the fact that people were buying Faraday cages for their
modems,
for their their
routers.
modems and routers, and then realizing like, oh, it turns out it actually for some reason
It works.
it works, and it won't let me get on the internet. It's like, yeah, you fucking idiots. Anyway, so 5G, which of course is different than your 5 gigahertz thing, but 5G for there's been, especially since the start of the pandemic, a lot of 5G conspiracy theories. I should say anti-5G, I guess. Conspiracy theories. I don't know how you would put that, but anyway, people have been selling necklaces that claim to protect people from 5G mobile networks that you would just obviously wear around your neck, keep in your pocket, things like that. And it turned out, they have actually found that these may be, in fact, /are actually technically radioactive.
Have you ever heard of the term when science hits a certain point of like height, like a certain height of science, it will be indistinguishable from magic to people who don't understand the science.
Which has been science pretty much since day one.
We've pretty much hit that for 50% of the population. Things happen now.
But I see if you went down back in time,
no one gets it.
But like thing is though, you should be able to I guess you're right, because especially and thing is though, dude, we haven't even imagine when quantum
that's gonna break people worse.
Quantum really is magic. As far as we're concerned, quantum is magic.
Yes.
Because quantum is like, oh, it turns out you can be in two places at the same time. No, you can't. Yes, you can.
5G is using a new, unused radio
it's
wave
just a
band.
It's
a new band of radio waves.
And people don't realize that.
And
also,
radio doesn't hurt you.
It also, because radio is just a frequency level. Also, light is a frequency level. All this stuff is technically frequency levels. Yeah. And like people, but again, of course people don't understand that. But you know what they do? They do their own research. You fucking morons do your own research. You don't know the basics about
unless
scientific,
you have a
blind
empirical control study, subjects, a lab.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
10,000 people subjected to your tests.
Are we gonna have to roll some?
And I mean running your own. I'm not saying going online and reading the study that confirms your confirmation bias.
Which, by the way, they don't do any actual.
That's doing your own research. Is doing a controlled study.
Yes, and honestly, if you did,
looking a thing up on Google is reading a thing.
You would have to understand science enough to know you didn't have to do your own study because somebody did it already fucking 400 times.
If you want
to challenge it, you would try to recreate the study.
Yes, and do that, Q people, do that, insane people. Go to your local water system, pour something in it for everyone in town to drink. I'm not kidding. You want to do your own research? Ball up, nut up. We're doing this. I mean, you get a fucking.
Do your own research reading what other people who think they've done their own research, because by the time it's done, one person said something.
You
Yeah.
Yeah, you think 5G is killing people? Go out and prove it. Put a booster on a 5G tower and make the people next to you melt from the signal.
Yep.
You think fluoride's killing people? Pour more fluoride than should be eaten in a year by a community into one public school.
Just
water
one anti-vax child. I mean, so one pro-vax child's drink. Give them a little fluoride. If they die, first of all, good. You've proven your point, and you've gotten rid of a pro-vax kid.
Yep.
So just do it.
Really do it. Go out there. Go out there and do it.
What's that? You don't do it because
you
deep down inside you know everything you fucking believe is bullshit, and you can't actually prove any of this shit.
You think Biden's a robot? Go up and rip his face off. Do it. He's going to be in a car at some point. He's going to have to eat. He's going to get out of the car.
Rip his face
run
off.
up to him and rip his face off. If he's not a robot, if you just rip an innocent man's face off, guess you're wrong. And you did your own research.
Put a tiny little blender blade at the bottom of one of them corn dogs they always eat in fucking Iowa every year. When he's, boom, black. His face is torn apart. There should be metal under there. And then he should recreate, and then, I don't know, Men in Black you or something.
Yep. Men in Black you.
You know?
Yep. Get blacked.
Yeah. Oh, man. He's showed up in Men in Black face.
I feel like there was a couple edits in the script of Men in Black where they're like, I don't think when they wipe people's brains, it should be called getting black.
Getting black. Maybe we should, Ha! No, I'm okay with that.
Why in the first scene is it a cute blonde girl wearing a evening gown sitting on a black couch in a white room, and then it says scene where she gets blacked?
Well, that was actually written by Will Smith himself, who is definitely the blackest man on the planet. So we're gonna go ahead and just go with it. Ha! Yeah, that's right. Getting blacky with it. So,
you ever been in a Jaden Will sandwich? Not many people can say they have. But the few have said, why? Why did I do that?
It's called a black
on
on
one
black.
end, I was pretty much kissing the dick of God. And on the other end, I had this weird boy keep saying skirt.
That sandwich called a black on why? Oh, well.
Is anyone listening? Is anyone left?
No, they left after we were like...
Welcome to the Christmas special of Lost and Known Podcast. For the three of you intimately left with the recording.
That was our new content.
That was our new content. A threesome with Jaden and Will and how it would go.
Yes. Anyway, we got...
which I hope comes to HBO Max this fall, because they've already put out worse content than that.
Yeah, although there was a new...
What was it? Scurvy Island. No, Fuckboy Island.
Yes, but there is a...
Fuckboy Island was about as bad as Will Smith Jaden threesome hour.
But I don't like... The problem now is when you see stuff on HBO Max, it wasn't necessarily an HBO show. It's like something that Warner Brothers owned or something, right? So, Time Warner, like...
It's hard to tell where things come from. I'm watching the ripoff of Why the Last Man right now on Hulu, which has an NBC stamp in the corner, but never aired on NBC and is 100% an Australian sitcom. It's filmed in Australia.
NBC Universal, yeah, because like it was probably NBC Australia.
What is it called? Creamery. Creamery is Why the Last Man.
I don't know why you do these things to yourself.
It's an all Asian Australian Why the Last Man ripoff sitcom.
Okay.
So all the women are alive, all the men died, and they're all Asian except for the white guy who survived in Australia.
Sounds...
We watched the first one. It was okay.
That's fine.
It actually was better than the first episode of Why the Last Man. I watched the entire first season of that show because I fucking love the book. I revere it. It's my Bible.
Okay. Yeah.
It's one of the best graphic novels I've ever read. 100 volumes. Like, I read all of it.
Wow.
The show was garbage. It was horrible.
That's too bad.
Creamery was technically better.
Well, we've got that out of the way.
I don't know why you let him talk sometimes. He just goes on tangents.
I was trying to let him get to the next story, which is
Anti-vax
actually
Santa,
about a TV show.
Anti-vax Santa, can you?
I thought he was going to segue, be like, speaking of TV shows,
No, he's just
90 Day Fiance.
He was coughing on his COVID.
Okay.
90 Day Fiance influencer sells her farts in jars for $1,000 per jar.
Yes.
And you know what the saddest part, as of right now? $45,000 she sold.
That was the first 30 days.
That doesn't mean she sold 45,000. No,
45
jars. She has a 50% off holiday deal, meaning she might have sold 22 and a half jars.
Well, no, she would have sold double the number of jars.
No. Oh,
She would have sold 90
shit.
jars.
That makes the math work.
Which actually 90 jars, 90 Day Fiance, yeah.
Oh. Why isn't this in the story?
They would have been.
Why are we
well,
the
especially, by the way, I should note that I actually put I put a change in there because in the story that we read, it says she made $45,000 total. And in the headline, this is how bad the fucking quote-unquote journalists are. In the headline, it says, sells her farts for $45,000 a jar, which is not true. She made $45,000 selling them for a $1,000 jar, but she did have the holiday special, which is... So,
I guess what we've learned here today is we don't trust the Toronto Sun.
It's like they don't have a lot of mathematicians at the Toronto Sun.
Also, this story has been everywhere. I just chose the first link that worked. So
yes, and I knew that it was not because first of all, the first version of the story I read was like it was in rubles or something like that.
Oh, but she's got TikToks explaining it. Yeah. She's got YouTube videos. This is not a fake story.
So we've gone through this with like Bella Delphine selling her bathwater, stuff like this.
She was so fucking brilliant. She was the first one to do all this shit.
If people are willing to pay for this, fucking power to this woman. I don't give a shit because here's the thing: she's telling you exactly what she is selling you, and you are then saying, "This is my money. I want to purchase it." That is fine. She's not scamming you. This is not a scam. This is a jar filled with my farts, and maybe it's not filled with her farts. It's filled with farts. You're buying something that came from her, and that's it. That's great compared to we've got like actual legitimate businessmen and multi-level marketing schemes who are actually scamming people by misleading people. We're fine with. Yep. People should not ever get down on this kind of person who's willing to turn their celebrity into be like, you know what? If I can fucking get some money off somebody, because one, that means people felt that it was this little jar of farts was worth $1,000. That means they got something out of it, and she got $1,000 out of it. She got $50,000 out of it.
I feel the same way about Bella Delphine. A lot of people hate her because she's a thought. She's literally like the original thought.
Yeah,
like she's the first.
But she's capitalizing on it exactly.
Like, and she got out. That's the thing. She did this for like 3 years. She's like, I'm young, I'm hot, and I can do whatever the fuck I want because guys are drooling on me.
Yes.
For 3 years, she sold herself as a product. And then she got the fuck out.
Yeah.
She doesn't really do much anymore. And she's sitting on probably millions. And everyone's like, fuck her. It's like,
there was a point where she was making like $30,000 a week or something like that.
She sold her bathwater. She did all this stuff.
And she only did like actual like 3 or 4 porno vids. I don't know if she still does them now.
She's done a few sooner than then. Like there's been a few more, but it's OnlyFans.
Fine,
now.
That's fucking fine. But do whatever you want. Like there was
she marketed herself.
Not many vids. What was the
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. Yes.
Did you say OnlyVids?
No, I said many vids, which was pre OnlyFans. So, but like the second
LimeWire.
Yeah.
Subscribe to my LimeWire.
Man, we probably have most people listening will get what LimeWire is.
I hope, but I used to live on LimeWire. I had to like update the player to make sure it did it right.
I feel like most people listening to our show are probably like our age or like 30s to 40s, like. But like, there might be some people who are like in their 20s listening, like, what the fuck is LimeWire? Go Google it.
I realized the other day I can't.
It's like Napster. Wait, you have to Google Napster too? Okay, well, all right.
I realized the other day I can't easily burn a CD anymore. I just can't. I have the tech in my home, but it would require a setup. I would have to like sit down. I probably have to download drivers.
Yes. Multiple adapters to just plug in something that burns a thing to a thing.
I'd probably need a PC too. I don't even think the newer Macs will talk to the old external burns.
You can get if you want to spend like $100 and get a super drive, you can get one of those.
I'm just saying, like, I actually realized my stereo in my car plays better music through disc than through Bluetooth. You get richer sound. It sounds spacier and more rich.
Disc, by the way, CD quality is still considerably better than any streaming service.
Bluetooth, I can play a song in the car. It's like boom, boom, boom. I put a disc in. It's like boom, like the mirrors are of course, rattling.
Because you have to realize all they've done is take that and compressed it. And compressed sound is shitty unless you get Jay-Z's service, whatever that one is. Like that one actually is 24/48 or whatever. So
okay. But I realize I don't really like the sound of music in my car, and I wish I could burn a mixtape once in a while like I did when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wrapping my head around how hard it is now to burn a CD is amazing. It's about as hard to wrap around as 1999 when you were like, you can burn a CD?
Yeah.
How do I do that? And like you had to figure it out. Same thing now on the other end. It's so old a technology. You're like, I don't know if I even have the parts.
No, that's the thing. Is like it was a while before I like could even play DVDs. It wasn't until I got a PS4 because for a while there were like all the computers I had didn't have. It was 2010 the last time I had a disc drive.
And CD drives, not DVD.
So about five years in like 2010, I had a laptop with an actual disc drive. And then for about 5 years, I didn't have anything with a disc drive until I got a PS4. And then I was like, oh, wait, I can actually watch like all my DVDs again. And then I was like, why would I want to do that? And then I would just buy my shit digitally that I had over on DVD over the shelf. Like, I don't want to get up. It's like only $4.99. I can just buy that.
I've lost where we are in the show, by the way.
Well, we are still on the $1,000 a jar, or maybe $500.
Oh yeah, I was gonna play one of her little clips here from my phone of her talking about her process. So I'm just gonna put this right up to the microphone and let's hope it works. If not, he's probably gonna play nothing, and we'll just move on to the next.
Well, if not, just send me the link and I'll at least bump it in.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you a day in the life of a girl who sells her farts in a jar. So I like to get things rolling with some beans, a protein muffin, sometimes even a yogurt. Less sugar is better, some hard-boiled eggs, and today I decided I was going to make myself a protein shake with some yogurt added to it, and I was feeling it for sure. While I wait for those farts to develop, I like to read. I'm very smart, love to read, and then after I'm ready to go, I go ahead and, do my work, do my job. I don't need to show you that, guys, but I like to add in little flower petals. I feel like they attach the scent and make it last longer, and when I'm finally finished with my jar, I like to leave a personalized note. I want to thank you so much to the 97 people who've already purchased their jar of farts.
97 people.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that fade out.
So actually, she's to 97 people. I mean, she's made more than, because even if that was half off, she's made more than 45,000 by the time she left that.
And that was days ago.
Yes.
So
okay. So first of all, I will
spend
say,
your money the way
I
you
think
want to
she
spend
is.
it.
I think she is smart for
She's
just putting it out there. Because honestly, if she's made even $1,000 on it, like fuck, man. Yes,
she's a capitalist.
And also she's capitalizing on the vapid culture of internet celebrity. She's like, I'm going to maximize my fucking profit. Goddamn power to this woman. Every fucking bit. And honestly, power to the people who want to spend their $1,000 on this. If that's what you want, what's the difference between that, Scott, and like one of your Star Wars toys that you love so much?
I agree.
Nothing.
I agree.
It's a collectible. It means something to you. It means something to you.
I hate her with my entire core and also completely applaud her. Both at the exact same time.
Oh yeah, I can subjectively not want anything to do with, Oh, that's my neighbor right there. Anyway, yeah, so that is, that's the story. And I think, I don't know if we have any, special information about this.
I think the Bella DeFane side part wasn't necessarily new content, but it's nice to put a story like this into context. Like, she's probably the most famous thought OnlyFans, Instagrammer, blah, blah, blah person to do something like this way before this person, and then get out of the game once they make their mint.
Exactly.
If I had the ability right now to poop in a jar, fart in a jar, piss in a jar, and make $3 million, I would just do it shamelessly. Yeah, I would completely shamelessly do it. And people would be like, "Ew, I can't believe you're shitting in a jar for
Somebody
money."
paid me $1.
I'd be like, "Well, I own a mansion. You don't.
Yeah,
I shat in a jar. You didn't. So,
and again, compared to
are we bad? Or
compared to
good?
Some of the other stuff, this is almost could be like a it's like somebody making a commentary on terrible pop culture, anything like, oh, if you don't do that, is just what you put out there on TikTok for your viral videos any fucking better than literally farting in a jar? Fucking no. The shit that you put out there on YouTube
sometimes.
I mean, no, sometimes it's great. I actually follow a lot of great YouTubers, a lot of people, but honestly, a lot of people who are like, yeah, this is a prank video, or this is the, TikTok challenge kicking in the door video, which, we're not going to get a chance to get to probably, but it was like
TikTok trends are the worst.
Yes,
TikTok in and of itself is great.
But those people
trends are the worst.
Yeah, but people doing that, that's honestly to me has less value than farting in a jar.
How about the school shooting trend that happened on Friday?
It turned out to not happen, which is great.
Well, because there's no such thing as a viral school shooting trend on TikTok.
It's just called school shooting.
I think that's a movie someone made in the 80s about a dystopic future that people think is happening now when it's not.
Well, I would actually officially say technically that is the problem, but it's happening because we have so many school shootings.
We had 250 school shootings in the U.S. this year. 250.
You don't need TikTok to have it happen. In fact, the only day it didn't happen was the day they got worried about it on TikTok.
Actually, yeah,
I would say let's start actually making this a problem. The new TikTok challenge
2022 school shooting year.
Make people afraid of school. Make people afraid of school shootings for once by just putting it on TikTok every single day, and maybe there will be no school shootings. Because it turns out
I want to start a trend on TikTok where you just demean the people who are school shootings and bully them.
Yeah,
that'll fix it.
That'll do it. That'll learn them.
Oh, you think you're so cool with your gun and your trench coat? Oh, maybe you should go to another school. See, I'm not good at bowling anymore. I'm old. I basically just did the Catholic priest cop thing.
Yeah.
Well, you got some problems here, Jim. You keep shooting black people and fucking little kids. He's a Catholic priest cop.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
Actually, that's my new content right there. Catholic priest cop. We need to move you to another town. He's like the Hulk, the 70s Hulk show where he had the sad Hulk music at the end, and he wandered from town to town doing different things.
Oh, yeah, with a little backpack.
Yeah, it's a Catholic priest cop. He wanders from town to town because, you killed another black guy and fucked another baby. Jim!
Like with a Lou Ferrigno one? Was that one?
CPC, Catholic priest cop.
Yep. God, yeah.
Jim, you need to move towns again. I can't believe it.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, you totally foiled the bank robbers and the international Russian money laundering scheme. But while doing so, you killed just the black people involved, and you fucked a kid during the shootout. We're moving you to Williamsburg.
But I put down roots here. By roots, you mean you impregnated a child. Oh, yeah. Well, that means you got to get out of town.
Sad Hulk music as the credits roll and he leaves the town. Next episode, walks up to a new town billboard Springfield, population 110 plus 3 black people. The sign actually says it. And he goes into town. By the time he leaves, no black people, and he's raped 3 kids. I was
going to say, you can show up to the door and be like, I can take care of your black people problem.
Sad Hulk music as he leaves town. He has a big black, one of those ham-fisted Sharpies, and he crosses out the sign with a number of black people.
Well, anyway, I think that just about takes care. So how about this? At the end of the show, this might be how we now restructure the show. We're going to take the stories we didn't get to. We're going to make bullet points out of those real quick. The stories we did not get to.
I fucking love your idea.
The stories we did not get to. From now on, instead of doing bullet points at all, we will just have bullet points at the end. The stories we did not get to. Woman breastfeeds cat on airplane. If you've listened to any... it
was a hairless cat, too. That's the grossest part.
Yes, and this is a cat...
Ew, could you imagine putting a hairless cat near any part of your body that could get sexually turned on?
Pussy on pussy action.
Could you imagine rubbing a hairless cat on your balls?
I just don't want to...
you'd have to shave your balls first so it matches?
Yes.
Oh, I cannot imagine having to rub a hairless cat on my balls.
Well, go ahead and look
Can you imagine some people who have to do that?
Nobody has to do that, Scott.
Could you imagine having the job where you have to do that?
So for your job, how much do we get paid a year? Okay, well, it's worth it.
I thought I was supposed to plow driveways. No, it's amazing how much time is actually hairless cat on hairless balls.
Yeah. Is that what the Craigslist
Very
said?
little plowing. Very little.
No, that's what the Craigslist said. No, we have you need to rub this Siamese cat
on a live cam. Your OnlyFans. Wait, does it say OnlyFans behind me in the background? Like it's a banner?
Yeah.
Ignore that. You're a plow guy. So when do I actually plow? Do the cat thing. We'll talk about the plow later. We're gonna be a big baby about it. Not gonna rub the fucking cat on your balls.
Shut up, plow guy. Get on there. Oh, okay. I really am plow guy.
Cat. We'll talk about the plow later. Plows are for what is it? What's the industry thing like? This is for this. Doers. The raises are for doers.
I don't know what you're
talking
about.
It's from an 80s movie. It was something like promotions are for movers and shakers, like that kind of thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn, it's going to hit me on the car ride home. I know it.
Yeah,
it's an 80s quote from a movie.
You're going to screech back here with anti-vax Santa.
It's Wall Street. It's something that's for closers.
Oh, yeah. Not bonuses, but something like that.
Fair enough. But what I'm saying,
for winners kind of thing. Yeah,
snowblowers for closers. Now grab that cat and rub it on your balls.
But if I do this, I get to plow someone's driveway. Fuck it, I don't care. Well, this is why we do bullet points at the end of the show, because this is how bullet points turns out.
Yeah.
So we've got the woman allegedly caught breastfeeding cat on Delta Airlines flight. We also have a couple we've actually already talked about a little bit. So these are redundant bullet points. Door kicking TikTok trend is ending up with someone dead, probably. Pretty much.
Honestly, so far no.
But people are kicking doors, and they're generally not kicking them in, but sometimes there has been force enough. They're like, listen, not everybody's aware.
And not every door is made the same.
And not everybody's aware that there's a TikTok challenge. In fact, I would say 96% of the population doesn't know.
I'm on TikTok, and I would not, if someone kicked open my door, I wouldn't be like, it's for TikTok?
Yeah. You'd be like,
are you here to rob me, or is this TikTok?
Honey, he might just be raping you for TikTok, so I'm going to wait to see if this pans out.
If it's for TikTok, tag me. I'm at
plow guy. Anyway, so there's that, and then there's the bomb squad call on Manzanus. We already covered that one when a man supposedly slipped on a large World War II era mortar shell, I believe. So,
Well,
anyway,
that is our Christmas episode. We didn't go whole hog Christmas. In fact,
well, we had some Christmas spirit. We had Mongolian Jesus on. We had anti-vax Santa.
I am very glad to have been on the show. I am one with the spirit of Jesus, because I am Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I came from my mother's vagina. Her name was Mary, and she was raped by God.
No.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Jesus.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Bye, Jesus. All right. Who else do we have?
Well, we had anti-vax Santa.
I don't feel very well.
We might not have a Christmas next year.
Oh.
And of course, we had average height Tim, or average size
I think
Tim.
the last time I was on the show, I talked to the thing.
Yeah, it's getting a little worse.
I think I got COVID from Santa. I'm gonna go lay down.
I'm cute on Kevin, and I didn't talk like this last time. Well, that's fine. I'll see you later. Anyway, so that's our show with our ensemble cast and the greatest improv ever to have been put down on. Fuck you, Paul F. Tompkins.
You forgot about me. I'm the elf on the shelf.
Oh, yeah, the elf on the shelf too.
He's been here 24/7, 365.
Well, just been looking at us, yeah.
Well, no, you never move him. Like, he has cobwebs. There's a rat's nest in his belly. He looks like he's pregnant.
I thought he was supposed to move himself. I grew up thinking he moved himself.
Nope, no, you just neglected that one to the point of, looks like hysteria.
Yes, there's a rat nest in his stomach.
A rat nest in his stomach, but he's very conscious and aware of his surroundings.
Yeah.
And,
it hurts.
What's the opposite of surroundings? What's the inside?
In surroundings?
In surroundings.
Yeah, inside surroundings.
Inside surroundings. Very, very aware of his inside surroundings.
I've lost my will to think.
Oh, it hurts. I'm in constant pain.
Well, from all our friends,
too.
From all our friends at the Lost at Home podcast, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a Happy Holidays and Kwanzaa and
especially you, Christopher Ball. Especially you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some nights I just put a picture of him on the headboard. Just go to town with my wife.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's the.
I make hard eye contact with that picture.
The ball on the shelf.
It's a picture of Christopher Ball holding one of our Lost at Home signs.
Oh yeah.
So I can look at him, then I can look at the cat, then I can look at him, and I can look at the cat.
I like that actually. If you could go ahead and share that with me.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind that. We could FaceTime and do that together. We're just both looking at his picture.
Yeah,
FaceTiming.
He gets my nuts so hard I don't even need a Baldo.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I can make my nuts erect.
I would still like a Baldo for Christmas though.
I will not get you that. I already gave you your Christmas gifts.
I know. But you just like the Christmas gift we're working on now, you could use it with me.
Yeah, Chris, you hear that? You hear that, Chris? You could use it with him.
Yeah, well.
You hear that, Christopher Ball?
I want to say...
You hear that, Christopher Ball?
Christopher Ball, get lost.
Christmas morning, wake up to the sound of screaming. All my friends and family are stuffed in stockings overnight. We were enslaved. Watching robot hands dig our human graves. We used to think and say that this could never happen. That we controlled the robot army, but we cannot ever. We were so damn blind. Now we'll watch as they extinguish humankind. It's an AI Christmas. It's an AI Christmas. It's an AI Christmas. Yeah, it's an AI Christmas. Whoa, whoa. They started with the children, chopped them up in pieces, fed them to the parents who they hung from Christmas trees. Oh, what a sight to see. When they caught Santa Claus, they proved they had no mercy. They chopped his dick off, stuffed it in his bulging sack, then fed his insides as a little tasty midnight snack to all the reindeer on his sled. Rudolph started weeping when they cut off Santa's head. It's an AI Christmas.